SPEEDFREAK Files follows one of the more unique aspects of the Wasteland setting, and that is the idea of there being a centralized law enforcement agency working on behalf of a largely decentralized desert community. The desert is split into 5 different regions: North, South, East, West, and Central. These 5 regions all have 5 departments of Hell Patrol. Hell Patrol, as the name suggests, takes on the baddest of bad dudes in the lawless world of the Wastelands. And this series follows 3 of those hounds for the Central region. Not just any old hounds, however. Officers Nick Ridgefield, Harrison Garrett, and Rory Armstrong are Hell Patrolmen by day. Vicious, ruthless, fighting fire with fire as only they know how. By night, however, a different sort of animal comes out. For in the evening hours, Nick becomes SPEEDFREAK, Harrison Richter, and Rory Madskins as they take to the stage as heavy metal band Metropolis. To put it succinctly, they're Motorhead. They're just Motorhead. I made a Motorhead tribute band. Why? Because Motorhead's awesome. You know what's also awesome? Cowboy Lawmen Wolves. You know what's even more awesome than that? Cowboy Lawmen Wolves playing metal. You know what's even more awesome than that? Cowboy Lawmen Wolves playing this. That alone is the basic pitch of SPEEDFREAK Files, but with a unique element. It's all told from one perspective: Nick's. Nick takes up lead as the first-person narrator for every story in the SPEEDFREAK Files, and it's through his eyes that we see all manner of desert thuggery, internal band politicking, and just the usual slice-of-life stuff you don't see in most of the other main series. SPEEDFREAK Files was the one series that seemed to take shape from the get-go. A special blend of hard-boiled narration, vicious Western lawman action, and the added dimension of everyone getting off the clock and blasting some eardrums every Friday night. Fast, loose, freewheelin' fiction as best I can deliver it, but not without its own internal continuity, logic, and other unique elements. First off is the pure personality clash. On one hand, you have Nick, who seems to be the steadiest of the 3, leading the group in their assaults, as well as leading the band on bass. Harry Garrett, meanwhile, is a guitar prodigy with the hottest temper of the whole band, one that's wielded freely in both the field and on the stage. Lastly is Rory, whose name Madskins isn't just shorthand for how crazy he goes on his drum kit, but is shorthand for the fact that he is absolutely bug-fucking sane. A certified lunatic who often enjoys the violence he inflicts to a distressing degree. Not that anyone on Hell Patrol cares, because hey ho, he's getting the job done, now isn't he? The SPEEDFREAK Files is best described as a sort of dark comedy of errors. One where the hounds get their man in the end, but the ways in which they get them often defy logic, sanity, reason, and good taste. But on top of that, you do get a sense that there is a brotherhood at the heart of the entire series, one that is cemented by the inclusion of a newfound 4th member in Metropolis, the civilian Brett Say, nicknamed the Brave for his visible Navajo heritage. Brett becomes the straight man to the absolute 3-ring circus that are the 3 other members of Metropolis, especially when Nick gets a little too handsy with the booze, Rory is off in his own la-la land, and Richter is off in his own ego. Fortunately, none of that matters, because when the 4 hounds hit the stage, hell, nothing matters but the music they're making. The only other recurring characters in the series, besides sidebars from others, like Lita as Nick's in-and-out girlfriend, is their commissioner, the faceless entity who lets them know who they're hunting that day. But at the end of the day, the SPEEDFREAK Files is the biggest salute to heavy metal the series has to offer. I listen to the music every time I write it, the main characters are inspired by one of my all-time favorite bands, but they also embody the attitude of it. Loud, brash, unapologetic. If you dig that with a Western noir tinge, you'll love it, as you will the rest of 365 Infantry. May God bless you and this force.